Take your podcast to the next level. Find the right brands to work with and increase your audience with Podmetrics, your one-stop shop for podcast analytics, and it's absolutely free. How? Just create an account and put in my code, Coach Franco Says, upon sign up. That's one word, Coach Franco Says. It's that easy. Enjoy the features and thank me later. But wait, there's more! Podmetrics has teamed up with Lazada. Yes, you heard me, Lazada, to make your shopping for gear a lot easier and safer. There are links in the comment section on what I use to make content, and you can support this channel by purchasing those items with the links provided. So, get going, huh? So, Coach Franco Says is partnered with Ambidexter, a digital content marketing company. They offer various services such as graphic design, content writing, media relations marketing, and many more. Visit their website or shoot them an email for more information. Everything will be linked below. Ambidexter will launch an Ambiblog series, which features different podcasts from the Philippines. Definitely excited to be part of this project. So, thank you, Ambidexter. Now let's go to the episode for today.
What's up, everybody? Your Titos of Fighting are here, and we're gonna talk about a lot of things that happened. So many events. Of course, I'm with the best in the business, the boys of Destroy MNL, Carl De Mesa and JC Reyes. So we're gonna get right into it. So we did as much as we can. We watched a lot of fights.
Daming ganap, guys.
Grabe. Bumawi from the previous week.
Bumawi. Parang we were discussing like a few days ago, like ano ba, may bad feng shui ba na
Last week.
a lot of people or a lot of organizations like they had this sync na let's not do events this last week and then let's do everything this week.
Mhm.
Diba? Let's just
Parang na
upload everybody.
sindak ata sila kay Uberim. Like,
Ayun.
ang lalaki. Uberim
Diba?
lang ah.
Diba? So let's kick it off with the most recent UFC Vegas
Yeah.
Yeah.
na
10.
fight card. So we got UFC Vegas 10, Karate Hottie versus Overkill. So let's run down the fights. And it's Billy Quarantillo, okay.
Caranchillo.
And
Caranchillo.
TKO's Kyle Nelson, then Bobby Green, Decision's Alan Patrick, and then we'll go to one of our favorite fights. It's Ed Herman submitting Mikey Rodriguez.
Weird.
I don't begrudge him the grind, but fuck you, Ed. You don't have done that, man.
Diba? That is
Award.
that is really something. Fighters, I agree with Mike Bisping here. It's not the fighter's fault.
No.
It was an oversight from the referee. As a referee, I don't want to fault the guy. Of course, instant replay will help, but during that particular moment, either way, from the vantage point of the referee, when I looked at the fight again and there were some videos providing different angles. From where the referee was standing, he couldn't really give a sound judgment if that was a low blow or a clean knee. That's why, as a referee, I always advocate and tell people that refereeing is an art form in itself. If the sequence goes over the cage, I don't stand in front of them. I stand to the side. Kasi I need to see what's happening. I need to see the hand fighting. I need to see where the kicks are coming from, especially the knees. Especially, lalo in a clinch position, the knees could go all the way up to the sternum, to the stomach. It could go to the thighs, the side of the knee, or yun nga, diba? People are like, for this instance, diba? Ed Herman did a fantastic job acting out a low blow. Alam mo, nasa-stress ako sa tawa talaga ako.
Buti na lang, meron tayong calamansi.
Oo, buti na lang, the inflammation in my nerves is being calmed down by this turmeric calamansi by the Happy Coffee PH. We're gonna talk about them later on.
Happy coffee.
Yeah, pero and he took advantage of the situation. He was able to rest and recover, and then he was able to pull off that Kimura submission. So I'm like, break mo yun.
I feel Rodriguez.
I feel for Mikey Rodriguez. So
I was winning, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
You almost got knocked out.
Diba? So then the next one, diba? Parang sila naging parang everyone was talking about the fight, and then diba, it kind of took away the attention from the women's flyweight fight between Roxanne Modafferi versus Andrea Lee. Roxanne decisions Andrea on that one. And then this fight, the co-main event, I love this. Othman Azaitar versus Kama Worthy. TKO's Mr. Worthy in like 49-50 seconds. It was good.
It was a good stoppage.
Yeah, it's a very good stoppage. Of course, Worthy, he was protesting right after, but after seeing the replay, it was a good stoppage. It was justifiable.
He wasn't worthy.
He wasn't worthy.
Kasi ang ganda eh. Good pressure by Othman. It was relentless. Everything was calculated. And then we go to
Othman is a very good prospect, coach.
Yes. Yes.
One of the rising ones.
Very athletic, good striking, very athletic, good ground skills, and he's not tentative. He knows what he's doing. He knows when to swarm. He has that killer instinct. So I think the future is bright for this guy. And then we go to the main event. Ano yan?
By the way, si Ottoman is a brave CF vet.
Aba!
Talaga.
So,
he's Moroccan. So
a Mr. Shamav batchmate, I see.
Yes.
Yeah.
A Hamzat batchmate. Again, Combat Sports Weekly. Okay, Combat Sports Weekly has been covering and giving praise to Brave, and alam mo yun, our words are getting validated with the exodus of certain fighters from Brave, and then they're being signed by the UFC. So again, props to Brave.
Yes, fertile ground for new prospects. 13-0. Wow.
Yeah.
So lumalabas talaga ngayon that there are a lot of quality fighters from Brave CF. Is it Brave CF or Brave FC? Brave CF.
Brave CF.
Combat Federation.
Diba? And then it's a good avenue to cultivate talent. And then, diba, it works for the UFC, it benefits the UFC, but at the same time, it benefits Brave. Believe it or not, it benefits them tremendously. A lot of people now
tumataas yung level ng fighters.
Exactly. Totally agree 100%. And then we go to the main event of the evening. Michelle Watterson, the Karate Hottie versus Angela Overkill Hill.
Kind of weird.
Karate Hottie won this by split decision. When I scored it, gave the first 2 rounds to Angela, then 3-4-5 to Michelle Watterson. But it was a hairline of a victory. It was a hairline of a victory.
People were saying it was a robbery.
You think?
Yeah.
Di naman robbery.
Of course.
A
lot of people.
Pero tingin ko dikit eh.
Super dikit siya. Super dikit. It could have gone. It could have gone either way. For sure. Ano lang yan? 1 point, give or take. It could have been Angela. I mean, it would pave the way for a rematch in the future.
Yeah.
Pero like
contender na si Michelle na naman.
Diba? Watterson has been a contender ever since, pero parang
always short.
Yun eh. Parang she will always fall short. I hope that she did enough for this one to warrant probably like a top 5 opponent on her way to a title shot. And I totally agree with her in her post-fight interview na this is her time. This is her shot. I think this is her only shot. This is the only
Medyo
shot.
Matanda na rin siya.
I mean, she's been in the fight game for a very long time. She's campaigned in this division.
Is it safe to say that she's the almost Donald Cerrone of the women's division?
Medyo.
Maari. That is a possibility. Along with Joanna. It really depends on who's been doing it longer. In the UFC, longevity wise in the UFC, it could either be Joanna or the Karate Hottie.
There was a bit of yung sinasabi ni JC na it was a robbery kasi merong issue ata with Sal D'Amato, who is a perennial judge, and he seems to have Blood Elbow and MMA Fighting pointed this out. He seems to be a contrarian point giver. Palaging sa lungat yung gusto niya. Oo.
So sumalungat siya kay
doon sa dalawa.
Oo.
So parang I don't know how much credence we give that, but there's at least some statistics. Kasi tinignan ko rin yung stats ni Angela at ni Michelle. Parang lamang ng 30 or 40 strikes per round si
Angela.
Si Angela. Yeah.
Okay. Then that would have been on probably the first 2 rounds.
Yeah.
I could have gone either way. I just love the sidekick to the face. The takedowns made the difference. Her work within the clinch. Feeling ko, she had an edge. She was using elbows. She was using her forearms. Angela needed a little bit of space in order to throw punches. Tapos definitely more kicks from Watterson. I mean, again, it could have gone either way, but for this one, judges gave it to Michelle Watterson. And congratulations to the Karate Hottie for getting her BJJ brown belt from El Freitas, Barato Plata himself.
Nice.
So congratulations. You could see the happiness in her face when she was being given the belt, which gives credence to her lineage in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So congratulations to your brown belt and congratulations on the win. Sino bang nandun? Sino ba champion? Rose ba? Tag Rose or si Zhang Weili?
Sa strawweight, si Zhang.
Zhang, diba?
Really?
So she has to go through either Joanna, Zhang. May isa pa May isa pa contender. May isa pa. Claudia Godella. There's another one. There's another girl. I forgot her name. So, I mean, it's a tough climb. Okay? It's a tough climb. So, for to cap off this discussion, I just hope that she does more wrestling. I think it's gonna be the differentiating factor for her when it comes to dealing with fighters like the top 5 in her division. Wrestling and jiu-jitsu yan. Kasi striking wise, I mean, the names that we mentioned, fucking elite.
Yun na yun
Nakita ko lang. Okay, Joanna, Rose, Zhang, patay.
You don't wanna spar with
You don't wanna
Zhang,
spar,
man.
you don't wanna strike with them. Okay, so let's win by something else. Okay, let's win by something else. Okay, next. We go Bellator 245. Phil Davis versus Machida 2. I'm like,
Let's point out that there are 2 Bellators this year. Like,
Magkasunod.
sinipag kayo, Scott
ang
Coker.
sipag ni Bellator.
Congrats.
Bellator, you're on a roll, huh? You didn't mount anything last week and then you just made something like back-to-back. So we're seeing a lot of back-to-back events. We're seeing a lot of back-to-back events from the combat sports industry. Good job, everybody. Good job.
Yeah.
So let's go with Raymond Daniels defeating Peter's Stanonik. Hindi ko alam. I really don't know. Like 2 spinning. Two spinning heel kicks to the groin.
I could feel his balls like.
The balls are hot. In pain.
In pain talaga yung animal yung ano niya, yung screams niya.
Ano tsaka yun I think we need to do a little bit more research. Bakit siya no contest?
DQ dapat, di ba? If you were refereeing.
If I was refereeing, I'll DQ his ass. The first one was probably accidental. Pero ito yun You're the guy who's throwing kicks If you're the guy who's throwing kicks, you're throwing fancy shit, you're throwing athletic kicks, you are responsible for your kicks. For me lang this is just my opinion. I mean, it could be different for other officials, but if you are throwing kicks, you are responsible. So if they land in a place where it's illegal and you are impending your opponent's capability to fight and perform, that's on you.
Yeah.
Diba? It's the same kick. It's the same kick twice.
Kaya nga galit na galit si Peter, what's his name? Stanonik.
Yeah, definitely. Kahit ako, bad trip ako doon. Kahit ako, coaches doon, murahin ko yun Kasi, di ba?
Yun yung inaabangan sa labas.
Exactly. Dito mo gawin sa Pilipinas yun, abangan ka talaga sa labas. Kasi the first one could be accidental. You could like dramatize it, like I'm so sorry. But the second time you do it with the same kick, there's something there. It's either you're reckless, you're not technically sound, that you're not supposed to be, diba? You're not supposed to be throwing that kick. So again, it warrants a disqualification kasi you're irresponsible. Diba? So I don't know, man. Pero I mean, we feel for him. We feel for Peter's balls, and we wish them speedy recovery.
Because we all felt that.
Ako, I was just watching it.
Papagano ka talaga.
Open na open, di ba?
Saktong-sakto talaga. Yung replay talaga, heel to the balls. Man.
Sakto. Kahit may cup yun, masakit yun. So,
mas maipit pa yung balat.
Exactly.
Let's move on.
Medyo graphic.
Okay, so Taylor Johnson defeats Ed Ruth via submission via heel hook. This was good.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Everything.
And
First round, Taylor Johnson, a lot of hype behind this guy, and he proved everyone right. Diba? I mean, heel hook in the first round. So good setup, good dive in for the legs, good control. Heel hook submission. So he's here. He's here. Now, co-main event, Kat Zingano defeats Gabby Holloway via unanimous decision. For me,
been better.
Could have been better. Zingano was definitely supposed to win this fight. No disrespect to Gabby, but she was just outclassed. You know, out-wrestled, out-grappled.
Seemed out of shape, actually.
Yeah.
She looked out of shape. And then the main
to
event...
note, I really like that Kat came forward because
Yes.
bawas siya ng kanyang silicone.
Talaga? Wow.
And their greatly improved athletic performance na hindi na siya...
So she's faster now.
Harang.
Diba?
Yes,
Walang,
she said this too.
Diba? She's faster, she's lighter, light on her
Maybe
feet.
that's what Paige needs.
Wag na, ako. Paige, do not listen
You
to them.
went there!
Don't. You are fine. You're fine.
Thank you to Mr. Thank you for swimsuit Sports Illustrated.
Sports Illustrated. Yes. Phil Davis defeats Lyoto Machida by a split decision. Right.
That was boring. Sadly.
Yeah, it was a typical Machida fight. You know, it was typical Machida fight. Strike and run. Movesets. Lateral movement. He used a lot of speed. However, if you're fighting an athletic guy like Phil Davis, it's really hard to run away from him.
Yeah.
You know, and he did enough. He did enough to win. So for the second time, Phil Davis won.
In terms of stylistic, coach, like I think there are a lot of karate fighters naman sa MMA.
Oh naman, si Wonderboy
Make it
Thompson lang eh.
Yeah, exactly.
Diba? Wonderboy Thompson is very exciting to watch. He employs the same stance, the same style. However, he's capable of mounting an attack. He's capable of creating offense for himself using his style. GSP rin, diba? Then let's go, diba? So they're done with 245. Just
246.
we all slept, and here comes Bellator 246.
Oh my God.
Meron pa palang kasunod.
Bantamweight title shot. What the hell?
Exactly. So we're gonna focus on the four main bouts. We got Keone Diggs defeats Derek Campos via technical submission.
Also good.
Very good. Third round rear naked choke. Good setup. Liz Carmouche when she
the gorilla.
Yep. When Ginayo pa rin ba? Is that her ring name pa rin? Is that the name she still uses? Okay, so Liz Carmouche defeats Diana Bennett via rear naked choke in the third round. See, Liz Carmouche naman has always been a very technical grappler. Yes. So she can strike, she can set up she closes the gap with her striking, and then vintage Liz Carmouche would always go for your back. And there was a time that she took what do you call this? Ronda's back and almost choked her out. Almost. So not bad. And then of course, co-main event, Neiman Gracie defeats John Fitch via submission. This is a heel hook from Ashigarami.
/ knee bar.
/ knee bar in the second round of their fight. So the setup is, it was a honey hole. It's not an Ashigarami pala. It's a honey hole setup. So it's the reaping leg over the reaping leg side, and then swoops it over. So he hooks.
Is that a 411?
Oh, it's a 411 setup. Yep, it's a 411 setup. And then when he connected the leg towards his body, the moment he stretched out to squeeze the heel hook, to turn the heel hook, since the leg is attached to his body, it doubled up as a knee bar. Sobrang sakit nun. So, very good setup. Gave credence to Neiman Gracie. Definitely mentioned the Danaher Death Squad, John Danaher and his system. Henzo Gracie School. So I mean, another product of the basement, another product of the Blue Basement.
The Blue Basement. Good career.
Confirmed na ba to? Confirmed na yan?
Mhm.
Okay.
Baba na
Yes.
siya ng gloves sa gitna ng cage.
Yes, good job. Congratulations to a good career, John Fitch. Okay, so
Not bad.
from the UFC, also made a career on Bellator, and finally decided to lay down his gloves on the Bellator cage. Good career,
Since
not bad.
2002.
Yep,
2002.
been fighting
Wow.
since
John Fitch is a wrestler, right?
wrestler.
Okay.
Ano siya the grinding style siya na fighting.
Oo,
Very
sobrang
grinding. Oo.
Against cage.
What?
Was he in Guerrilla Jiu-Jitsu?
Ano
Yeah,
siya?
right?
Dave
Yeah,
Camarillo yan.
Dave Camarillo, right?
Yep. When Dave Camarillo left Jackson Wink, John Fitch followed
Pinaman niya.
him. And then the main event, Juan Archuleta defeats Patrick Mix by unanimous decision for the belt. For the belt to, di ba?
Bantamweight.
Yeah, for the
Bantamweight. Okay,
vacant.
for the vacant bantamweight belt. There's
Technical,
just
not
something about lower weight divisions being more technical.
Yeah.
They're
More
more
exciting.
technically sound. They're very exciting to watch. So I really hope that a lot of viewers will get to see more fights from this division, and they have a better appreciation of this division. It's good. It's noteworthy to watch. Okay. So we're done with the West. We are going here
To the east
to the East.
side.
Mhm.
We watched this ONE FC, a new breed 2. Honestly,
Newer
the
breed.
entire card was amazing.
Yeah.
I loved
Not bad,
the
guys.
entire card. Good job, ONE FC. Ang galing. Ang galing. Ano, to be honest, si Carl yung may extra energy para mapanood yung Japan card ng... Ako.
Okay, panonoorin na nila yung new breed. Doon ako sa
Oh.
Japan.
So let's go through this. Wuchayakon Super Benz Niamtanon defeats Khalid Frigini via submission, rear naked choke.
Very good.
This was in the first round.
Maganda.
If you watched them, they were like taunting each other,
Yeah.
hands were down,
Yeah.
a lot of rounding punches, and then wala. Sabi
Yun
ko,
lang yung difference eh. It's ground game.
sabi ko, it's either someone gets knocked out accidentally or someone gets choked out.
Yeah.
And we got the answer via rear naked choke in the first round. This was a very exciting fight, believe it or not. Natuwa ako dun sa laban na to. Super
Ganda
Benz.
opener.
Yep,
Super.
this is a good way to open the card. And then in the lightweight division, Abu Muslim Merciless.
Gusto ko tong laban na to.
Alekanov defeats Pascal Money P. I think this is Jaskevich.
Kasi German, diba?
Yeah.
So it's Pascal Money P Jaskevich. He got the submission. This was a inverted footlock, inverted footlock
Inverted.
in the second round. See, Merciless, I think.
He's a Dagestani wrestler.
Yes,
again.
he's a Dagestani wrestler.
Looking at his picture now,
Yeah.
he certainly looks like
Trains in ano ba siya?
I don't know
Tiger
why
Muay
they
Thai.
look alike.
Tiger ba siya?
Tiger
Tiger.
Muay Thai siya. So I think if I remember correctly, the trunks were Tiger Muay Thai. Kept taking him down, as in taking him down at will. As in two
No.
rounds, that I've seen so many single and double leg takedowns. This guy is a takedown machine. However, he has difficulty passing the guard. He has difficulty, and I think he really needs to brush up more on his jiu-jitsu. Particularly passing the guard of his opponents. Kasi he went for a crossface inside close guard. I know what he was trying to do. He was just doing it the wrong way and using the wrong angles. Ang dami niyang he went for whoever's gonna watch and listen to this, please do not do a crossface when you're inside close guard. It simply shows that you don't know shit. Okay, do not do that. Take it from me. Okay,
Mapapagod ka lang.
mapapagod ka lang. Okay, it's a useless effort. You can't attack, you cannot pass the guard, you cannot do anything when you well, you could probably buy time, stall, and that's what happened. Referee kept standing them up. He wasn't able to capitalize on his takedowns because after taking him down, instead of passing the guard or attempting to do ground and pound, voila, he went for a crossface, tried some stupid pass or some stupid key lock inside close guard. Do not do that, okay? But again, impressive win.
Yeah.
I love the takedowns. I love wrestling, and this was amazing.
That's his third pro fight pa lang.
Yun pa. So
Wow. Third.
Now you're excused. This is your this is your
Okay.
third pro fight. Okay,
The
plenty of
Hickman brothers will give you a
One
pass.
championship
Yes.
debut.
diba? So, this is his 1FC debut. So again,
Hindi ko alam. Oh, debut.
you are excused, but we will be watching. We are instant fans because of the energy. Good energy, good ring presence. He has the personality to be a star in 1FC.
Yeah.
So again,
Yeah.
congratulations to Abu Muslim Merciless Alikano in your 1FC debut. And then this was a catchweight fight between Broken Hearts Tuwat Ang when he defeats Prak super best Guapa.
Not so super.
Yeah, that wasn't his super best.
Yes, not so super best. Rear naked choke in the first round. I think I've heard. Sino ba yung nagsabi nito? I think it was one of the commentators wherein a lot of the fighters in this card are from the Venom Gym.
Oh.
Yeah.
Venom
Yeah.
Gym in Pattaya, and grappling is not really their strong suit. And
Si Fadi, alam ko tiga Venom yan. Yeah. Alright.
no,
Gets ko na.
kind of showed in this fight. Kind of
Okay.
showed. This was a fight that I was waiting for. We were all waiting for this. Muay Thai fight between Supergirl Sharon Sak Muay Thai when she defeats Milagros Lopez via knockout in the first minute, first round.
Outclassed.
Super outclassed. If there's one word that we could describe this fight was Lopez hung in there. She was a gamer. She had the tools. I mean, she was okay. She was okay. Yeah,
She was brave.
She tried.
Yeah.
Pero Supergirl was just on another level.
Training since 7 years old. Yeah.
Tapos, we saw the knee jabs, we saw the elbows, we saw the beautiful chain of movement. These are the things that could only be possible if you've been training since you were a child. The muscle, the reflex, the muscle memory, the execution, lahat yan. And I really think that we haven't seen the full potential of this girl.
Di ba?
Di
Yeah.
pa.
It
Debut
will
rin ba
be
to?
brought up by another opponent.
Debut nila pareho,
Debut nila.
actually.
Si Wonder Girl, tsaka si Supergirl.
So it's gonna be the Wonder Girl and Supergirl tandem pala to in
Bagong
the 1FC
reign of
Muay Thai.
champions na naman yan.
Ako, I love the I don't know who's gonna be a good matchup for Supergirl, pero moving on to my favorite fight of the evening, this is Pong Siri PK Sanchai Muay Thai Jing
Oh
defeats
man.
Sean Clubber Clancy via
This was-
unanimous decision. It was a unanimous
Baragan.
decision.
Oh.
I'm telling you,
Grabe.
baragan siya.
Baragan talaga.
Baragan. As in,
Daming corner fights, no?
if
Corner
you're
lang.
looking for a fight that's in the pocket, if you wanted raw exchanges, I mean sa atin, gusto nyo talaga ng suntukang harapan.
Ito yung phone booth type.
Yes,
Yeah.
super phone booth battle. You know, nobody was backing down.
No.
A lot of elbows thrown. There was a point in the third
Daming-
round ba? Or in the fourth round wherein they had to take a breather kasi Sean Clancy's face was a little bit bloody, pero they both the ring physician and Clancy wanted to continue,
Yeah, it was
so they
okay.
agreed, and then they were at it for 5 rounds. That's how good this fight was. Sobrang ganda nitong laban na to.
Yung point mo palagi, coach, is like the 4-ounce gloves always makes a difference in this kind of Muay Thai.
Exactly. So you have the impact of the elbows, and then you have the added impact of 4-ounce gloves, and then if you watch it, ito nagkaroon ng factor yung walang crowd eh. You could hear the strikes, you could hear the slaps, you could
Linis,
hear.
crisp.
Oh my God, this was a battle. Sobrang ganda. This was a beautiful display of Muay Thai in 1FC. Every time the bell sounded, I was like, "Oh my God, that was a great round."
There's another one coming.
Oh my God, this is a great round. Ang ganda. Diba? So, congratulations to Pong Siri PK Sanchai Muay Thai Gym. But, props to you, sir, Sean Clubber Clancy.
Yeah.
Napagod ako doon. Carl, please tell them what happened in 1FC Japan.
We go to Tokyo. So we didn't know there was a.
Mhm.
So the first one is Showa Arii versus Naoya Kuroda, which was awesome. This was like round 2.
Yeah, round
Knee KO to the body. Grabe. At sa babata nung dalawa. As in, they could be in a boy band. Oo. Nagulat ako kasi I thought
That's the thing about Japanese fighters,
Oo,
parang pretty boy looks,
Pretty
pero
boy.
tigas na mga katawan,
Oo.
Like, super...
Parang si Tenshin na nga yung medyo pangit mo, bro. Hindi ka pwede sa boy. Pero ito talagang... So next one is Asahi Shinagawa versus Kyosuke Yasuda. It's fine. Also pretty boys. And then Yuta Neizu versus Masakatsu Imanari. I like Imanari. Plus, of course, he gave us the Imanari role. It's just that wala na siyang dimension. He
Puro
must
Imanari
be like
na lang ba?
the,
Puro Imanari na lang.
Oo.
Imanari.
Tapos yung style niya na hands down, tapos taunting para mag-jab. Pag nag-jab ka, he dives for the Imanari roll. If you train for that, nothing happens. In fairness, nakakuha siya ng mga single leg. Maybe 10 times. Pero si Mr. Nezu was trained for it and nothing happened. Mr. Imanari.
Kung pwede pa.
Pwede pa naman.
44.
Marami ka pang ano.
So,
Yeah. So the next one is Hiroyuki Tetsuka versus Gunther Ngunsa. This was pretty good actually. Left hook KO round 1. So magaling itong si Hiroyuki Tetsuka. He's very athletic. He's a big guy. Para siyang yung kaibigan namin ni JC na Korean dati na very manly pero malakas mag-moisturizer. Pero yung may beard na very trimmed. Mga ganon. So, medyo levels of boy bandedness dito, mga J-pop. Co-main event, very nice. Yosuke Saruta, who fought against Joshua, I think.
Yeah.
Won before.
both
Joshua
were
JC.
former champions. So,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he held the belt. He had this
both of them.
belt.
Pati si Naito.
Oh, yeah, si Naito din. It's very competitive. Pero si Saruta did clear naman, did a bit more. So congrats to him. It was very technical and it was like this thing was fast. It was like I just wish they had more KOs.
Yeah.
But other than that, the main event, I was really waiting for this because I wanted to see kung sino yung finield nila kay against Shinya Aoki. But it kind of turned out to be because Shinya's gonna get your back whatever happens.
Yeah.
So it's going to be the difference is going to be before he takes your back or he even gets the takedown. Can you strike him down? Because that's what Eddie Bravo did. That's what Gilbert Melendez did. That's what Edward did. Right? Edward Folayang did. So si Kimihiro, even at the start, he seemed really, really hesitant. There was this look in his eye that seemed like,
You didn't know what was happening.
No, parang, am I really fighting Shinya Aoki?
Starstruck yata siya.
Starstruck ata. Zero fucking transition defense, coach. You would probably berate this dude at the pants or something. I mean, congrats to Shinya. It's just that he didn't get the finish. I don't know why he didn't get the finish. This dude was a pushover.
Sobrang ano ba yun, tawag dito? Could have been...
Outclassed na naman.
Yeah. Pero what's interesting about this Road to One event, it's promoted by Shuto, not One.
Hindi ko nga gets because all the commentators are wearing one shirts.
Yeah, pero...
So ano ba siya, di ba?
So ano siya? Baka maya-maya it's a tie-up between ano?
I think kasi parang
probably a tie-up between Shuto and One.
Pwede ka lumaban sa Shuto if
hindi ka lumaban sa One.
So it's probably a good parang cross-promotion agreement na people from Shuto they can probably swap fighters or fighters who are available. Kasi syempre, it's gonna be easier to get fighters within Japan. Kasi you fly fighters over to Japan.
And to take note, maliit lang yung cage pero may audience. Audience is very small. It's all ring side, cage side. The rest of the fighters are there yung tipong mga sina Sexyama. Yun yung babaeng superstar nila ngayon sa una Japanese. Anyway, this girl who
pero
fought.
at least may audience.
Yeah.
May audience.
Diba?
May audience.
Props
They're
to
all
Japan
wearing
for that
masks.
talaga.
Props talaga. Tsaka socially distanced talaga tig-isang 5 feet ata.
Okay. Di siya, dito sa atin, from 1 meter, magiging 0.70, magiging...
I don't know why.
0.30 na, di ba? Kaya sabi siya parang ginagago na tayo. Naglolokohan na tayo dito. Parang, wag na nga. Tigil nyo na nga, maglakad na lang tayo.
So, why not?
Diba? So that's
props to Road to One.
Yeah.
That was
definitely. We give praise to all organizations who are doing combat sporting events today. We know that it's an extra cost, diba? The operations, the testing, the isolation, diba? And it's all for the love of fighting and for providing us with amazing fight. We're gonna transfer you guys over to JC for some boxing news.
Yep. So for boxing news, I know everybody has been waiting Mark Magnifico Magsayos comeback. Ang tagal nila nag-antay ng kalaban. Actually, ilang beses nang
daming
rebook
cancellations
yung
na
fight
nangyari dyan.
cancellations until they finally found a guy, si Jose Haro, this Mexican-American guy who actually medyo malalim yung pinaghugutan niya ng story niya. Apparently, when the fight was announced, syempre nag-start na sila ng training. Part of the whole thing was to get tested. Apparently, COVID din pala siya.
Okay.
Tinago niya sa lahat na he got infected. So, habang nasa camp, he was still training. Him and one of his sparring partners both got infected. He probably got it from the sparring part. After nung supposedly makarecover na siya, nung sinabing, okay, you can really train again even after you recover, yung lungs mo isn't gonna be on 100%. Hirap na hirap pa rin daw siya to train. Parang kinakapos siya parating sa hininga. But he still tried to, actually na-reschedule na yung laban nila ni Magsayo. Parang yun yung isa sa triggers that made him decide na, fuck it, I'm just gonna retire. This is probably not for me anymore.
That's pretty sad, man.
Nag-Facebook Live pa siya to announce that. Yun nga, I mean, I'm sure he trained his ass off for the fight din. Tapos bigla na lang siyang magre-retire. So, I mean, sayang, people were actually calling him names before he did that live para mag-explain ng side niya. Kasi, I mean, why would you suddenly retire na 3 weeks na lang laban mo na?
Exactly.
Yeah, ang isa sa reasons niya pa is his daughters na mga bata pa, kinausap daw siya, were crying to him na telling him na please dad, please retire. Medyo softy moment na hit him. Kahit ayaw niya pa daw, sabi.
Your health, especially during these times, health is definitely wealth. There will be other opportunities. I mean, we don't know. Maybe down the road, when things get better, he feels better, he becomes stronger. It's easy to unretire. He's young.
Bata pa nito.
So for Junior Olympian Jose Haro, speedy recovery to you, sir. I really hope you don't retire totally. Okay? Kasi then,
lots of potential.
Lots of potential. Plenty of fighting years. You just need to get stronger.
The fighter was really hard pressed, even if you you're never the same.
Even when you're recovered, it's gonna take you more time to actually go back to 100%. Kasi syempre, your lungs got compromised so it's gonna take some time. I mean, for people who have an active lifestyle or who are healthy, si Jose Haro definitely, high level athlete So he caught COVID. So you're gonna focus, your 3 weeks will be focused on getting or regaining your strength back. Diba? You won't have time to train, you won't have time to cut weight. It's only gonna make matters worse. So it's good na you cancel this fight, you retire now, weigh your options. Let's see next year, diba?
Very good decision.
Pero I actually personally think na may halong takot kasi a part of this is he mentioned this incident that happened a few years ago sa kalaban niya where he knocked out his opponent in the 8th round tapos nakoma yung kalaban niya. Siya nakakoma.
Yun pa. Nako.
Natakot siya doon kasi I guess
with you.
Persona of Magsayo medyo naman talaga.
So something like that happened, and then it will definitely have an effect on your mental state, your psychology coming into this fight. Kasi ito yun so you knocked out someone previously and then now your immune system is compromised. Isipin mo ngayon, baka ikaw yun, di ba? Baka ikaw yung sumunod doon.
Baka ikaw yung sumunod.
Ikaw yung sumunod kasi your body's weak.
That must really weigh on your head, right?
100%. 100% it will weigh down on your head. It's gonna bother you. It's really gonna bother you. Okay, what else do we got, JC?
By the way, yung laban is Magsayo's fight is rescheduled for October 3, although wala pang ina-announce na opponent. Hopefully may mag-step. Mangyari yung laban. Sa wakas, yung inaantay na comeback ni Mark Magsayo ay mangyari na talaga.
Boxing, please. Kayang-kaya yan. And then, Yugen is healthy. He's gonna be scheduled to make his UFC debut. He's gonna go up against a Nurmagomedov. Hindi confirmed kung pinsan, kapatid, kalahi, baka maya-maya kaano lang to.
Kapitbahay
lang daw eh.
Kapitbahay lang.
It must be their Santos. Yung sinasabi nga.
Santos Cruz.
lang
Common
yan.
last name.
Cruz.
In Dagestan.
Yeah.
Diba? It could be a Nurmagomedov. It could just a Nurmagomedov. Alam mo yun? Kasi here's the thing Khabib is always present if it's a training partner, if it's a friend, if it's a relative, diba? He's always there. Pero ewan ko.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of people who are gonna count him out, diba? Because it's a Nurmagomedov. He's a Dagestani. He's a wrestler. So and so and
Let's
so.
go sambo for that
Diba?
guy, man.
So ito lang yun na Mugen could be defeated, but what if he wins?
Yeah.
What
Actually,
if he wins?
that would be
Diba?
such an upset. I would love that.
It's gonna be a name for a name fight. I personally dub it, diba? A name for a name fight. So it's a Philippine champion's name against a legend's name, whoever the fuck that guy is, diba? So and we hope that he wins. I think it's gonna be in Fight Island. Alam ko Fight Island eh.
Babalik
Yeah,
sila.
yeah. Fight Island. Yeah.
So
And-
please don't test positive again, bro. Come on, man. We're all rooting for you here.
Nakabubble ka na. So dapat
More boxing news pala. So, Lomachenko versus Lopez is really
Oh,
official.
nga pala. Oh, nga
Nice.
pala.
Yeah.
I saw the poster.
Yeah.
So confirmed na to.
Confirmed na siya. May
yes.
poster na. October 17. So, Lopez is doing all the talking while Loma is doing all the training.
The training.
thing.
I am a Loma guy ever since Olympics pa lang, Loma na. So I'm not gonna analyze anything. I'm just gonna say
Just gonna
Lomachenko.
enjoy that
It's
shit.
I'm just
gonna be a treat,
enjoy
man.
this. But of course, it's gonna be a factor. The time off, I mean, we don't know how long or how steady the training sessions are. Lomachenko's never been. What is the weight class ng laban na to?
Unification for
Wow, lightweight unification pala. This is gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
When is that fight? When?
October 17.
Oh my God, tignan natin if we can watch that. Ako, Lomachenko dick rider ako. I'm like, that guy, I've
Are
been
you
a
a
fan of that guy.
Lomatard?
Yeah, I'm a
Hey.
Lomatard through and through.
No mas eh. No mas.
Super.
Lomachenko.
If there's someone who is fundamentally sound when it comes to boxing, it's Lomachenko. Everything that I advocate when it comes to training and fighting boxing, I've always told fighters, you always fight with your feet, not with your hands. That's something that I tell fighters because that's how I learn things. Watching the great ones, they always fought with their feet, not just with their hands. And Lomachenko is doing the exact same thing. And Lopez is not a pushover.
Yeah, he isn't.
Not a pushover. He's really good.
He wanted this fight to happen. Actually, medyo maarte pa nga siya noong umpisa kasi Lomachenko, just to make the fight happen, Lomachenko took a pay cut para ibigay kay Lopez.
Oh,
Ganun niya gusto mangyari yung laban.
Okay.
that's very generous.
Yeah.
Tsaka, it just goes to show that Loma's in it for the fight. He's in it for for his legacy, not just
Kasi
the money.
this was not supposed to happen anymore. Kasi nga hindi nag-agree yung camp ni Lopez sa
pera.
Sa pera eh. And then Loma said, "Okay, hindi sa'yo na tong bawasan natin yung kita ko, sa'yo na." Big draw na rin to si Lomachenko.
Yeah, Lomachenko's a draw. Everyone knows his name. And I think presence outside the ring, yung social media presence niya, the way he markets and brands himself, the endorsements.
He's everywhere.
Yeah, he's everywhere. So, this is the guy that became famous because he was good. Yun.
Skills
He
did
made
the
the
talking.
skills do the talking. Yung demeanor na lang niya mismo, parang siya si Fyodor. Stands there. He's cool,
I think
calm,
yun din yung
collected.
reason kung ba't marami siyang haters.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
It's too good.
It's too good. It's just too good. So we'll see. Very excited. Very excited. Because these are two technical fighters. These are exciting fighters to watch. I'm happy that they're both gonna get paid. So,
Actually, ang dami pang nangyari sa boxing world. This week, hindi ko alam bakit ang dami-daming nangyari ngayong week.
sobrang dami.
Albert, yung Ala Boys, may mga nakakakuha na sa kanila ng maling lipatan.
Okay.
Albert Pagara of the Pagara Brothers, he's now signed with MTK Global.
That's good.
The same company that handles the likes of Tyson Fury. Medyo exciting kung anong pwedeng
That is
mangyari
good.
dito. Si our Olympian, Charlie Suarez. We were, everybody was hoping na sana sa MP Promotion siya mag-sign.
Okay.
He signed with a Vietnamese promotion. I forget the name.
Nasungkit yun Nasungkit
Nga
siya nun
sayang
Nasungkit siya nun
Si Yumer Marshall pa yung isang inaantay where he's gonna be signed.
Di ba mag-MP promotion siya?
And si Donnie Nietes, tinitingnan nila if he still can fight, which held him back from fighting for a long time. He signs with MP or a better promotion where he can still showcase his skills habang nandyan pa siya.
He has a good training regimen. He's very disciplined. He has good coaches around him. His strength and conditioning coach is a Marv Marinovich prospect, si Nick Curson. So he makes sure that Donnie he himself says na Donnie is an exceptional athlete, tremendously disciplined, and he just, let's not stretch it. Let's be realistic here. 1 to 2 years, sneak in as many fights as you can, recover quick, recover the right way. I'm very happy to hear the news that Ala Boys are getting signed. Kasi it simply shows that the boxing scene is preparing to mount events once again, and they need boxers. And Filipino boxers are they're definitely prime choice. Ang pagkatiwalaan natin mga tao ay yung mga taong ang interest talaga is yung kapakanan nyo as a fighter. Yung siguraduhin na maganda yung career nyo, legit na tutulungan kayo. Walang masama kumita ng pera, walang masama na magkaroon sila ng cut, 'di ba? Kasi magtatrabaho din naman sila. Pero yung relationship ang importante. Yung pag nakita niyo yung mga like Pacquiao, sino nga ba yung kalaban ni Pacquiao na kalbo na taga Puerto Rico? Yung kalbo. Miguel Cotto. Floyd Mayweather. If you look at their entourage, these are the people that have been with him or with them since they started. So Cotto has his fat best friend na hindi na mataba ngayon. Floyd has his relatives and family. Manny had Buboy. These are the people that started with them when they were zero, and now they almost have everything. So at least mahirap siya talaga gawin, pero siguraduhin niya, mararamdaman niyo naman na yan mararamdaman niyo yan. So from boxing to MMA to other combat sports, wag lang kayong papadala dun sa mga nambobola o yung mga
maraming ganyan,
yung magbibigay ng mga empty promises, sasabihin hanapan kayo ng sponsor, ganito, ganyan, basta may cut sila.
Mga linya na, champion ka.
Mag-champion ka, hindi. Mararamdaman niyo yan, niwala kayo sa amin dito. We've been in the fight industry for so long, so if there's one advice that we really impart to everyone, whether on this show and in person, surround yourself with people na ang hangarin nila umangat kayo. Kasi kung hindi, people will take advantage of you. Kasi naabusuhin nila kung anumang meron na success na makukuha kayo. Okay?
Yeah, I have one because I attended a very interesting seminar kanina na just so happens to have parang a sports component. Akala ko puro esports lang. May naligaw na fight sports. Because apparently this company called, it doesn't matter who the fuck are those guys. Basta sila yung nag-curate ng music ng UFC. So ginawang case study yung UFC. And it's very interesting. Ang learning ko lang dun is, ang highlight ng speaker is from the Take the Pain 90s days ng UFC na. Take the Pain, rap rock stuff. The operation nila ngayon dahil nag-mainstream ng UFC is ng iba and has been leaning more towards the electronic side. If you remember, si Take the Pain naging remix na. That is to pander to the new brand image of UFC, which is now becoming a household. I think these are the interesting narratives in fight culture na a blood sport which was once tagged as human cockfighting. Tama ba? Yeah, human cockfighting is now an accepted pastime for not only internationally but Americans. Parang
it's a mainstream thing na.
It's a thing that your family can watch with you, just like boxing, and they will say this is a sporting activity, just like NFL Sundays.
So it's good branding. Good
branding, yeah. Very, very smart people behind the UFC, of course, in Coldana.
A little more. Karate Combat is back.
Oh yeah! I love that!
For a new season.
That's rooted!
Love that show.
of that show, man.
Ah!
Tapos may additional silang parang tech component na ngayon ata, di ba?
Oo.
Basta,
Ang dami nilang
people,
bago daw
like,
ngayong season.
watch Karate
Let's watch that
Combat.
shit.
It's amazing. It's amazing. It's
Yeah.
a good show. That's it.
It for this week. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh my God, we talk about so much.
Yeah, so
ang
many
daming
things, so
nangyari
many
ngayong
fights.
week.
Man.
Yep. So many things that we discussed, and for this episode, we would like to thank the Happy Coffee PH.
Hindi ko na makita.
Get that
Makita.
soon.
I'm gonna put their social media
Hindi talaga
over here.
makita. Ayun,
So that you can follow
Konti.
them.
Yes.
You can order, more importantly, order your bottles from them. They have an array of different flavors in coffee. I had the cold brew. I had what do you call this? Yung Vietnamese coffee nila. I shit you not, guys. Masarap siya. Maarte ako sa kape. If lasang karton yung kape, sasabihin ko lasang karton ka. Masarap siya. Okay? And then for non-coffee lovers, they have one variant, which is the calamansi with turmeric juice. This is actually what I was drinking kanina. It's the
Good stuff
calamansi
yan.
and turmeric juice.
You can tell it's good for Coach's voice.
Yes. And of course, turmeric is an anti-inflammatory, so it's good for your joint pains. It helps with your recovery. Find them on Facebook and on Instagram. We do our best to support local industries. And ako kasi, I love coffee. JC needs coffee for his work. So we decided to try the Happy Coffee, and we like it. So sabi natin, let's help them out. So let's plug them here. The Happy Coffee PH on Facebook and on Instagram. That's it, everyone. This has been your Titos of Fighting Combat Sports Weekly. We are up on YouTube. We are up on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and on Anchor. Now, please follow Destroy MNL on my podcast, as Coach Franco says. We tackle anything and everything about fighting, and we give you amazing stories. So that's it, guys. Bye-bye.